Hello traders, you're welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to be looking at a scalping strategy that involves the commodity channel index. So if you are looking for an effective strategy to help you with your scalping, then you are in the right place. Okay. Now, if you are not familiar with the CCI is an oscillator that measures how far the price is from its statistical average. I'm just going to be adding the CCI to the chart this moment. Okay, this is how the CCI looks, this commodity channel index. What makes CCI special is how effectively it helps identify trends and reversals, okay, which is exactly what scalpers need to catch those quick price movements. Now, basically, the CCI is it's easy to use. Okay, it's easy to use. The default settings, you can see the default settings is 14 period. This is the default. Okay, and once you have set up the CCI indicator, you will see a line that oscillates above and below the zero line. You can see that the CCI moves between minus 100 to plus 100. Above plus 100 represents overbought, below minus 100 represents oversold. Okay, now let's talk about entries and exits, right? A classic entry point in the CCI scalping strategy is when the CCI crosses the plus 100 or the minus 100 lines and starts reversing. Now, because we are talking about scalping, we need to go to smaller time frames, right? We need to go to smaller time frames, for example, the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so basically when the CCI is in the overbought territory and begins to cross downwards, you are talking about looking for a sell trade, because the CCI gives sell signals when the line crosses below the plus 100, right? From the overbought territory crossing below the plus 100, it gives you a sell signal, right? So at that point, you can consider executing a sell trade. On the other hand, when the CCI is in the oversold territory and crossing upwards, crossing above the minus 100, it gives you a buy signal. So at that point, you can consider entering a buy trade, right? So basically, that is how the CCI functions, okay? Now, one of the most important aspects of scalping with the CCI is risk management, okay? Is risk management. Since scalping involves quick trades, always use stop losses. For example, when you enter a sell trade, let's say the CCI has given us a signal. It has given us a signal around here, right? And then you enter a sell trade. Try as much as possible to set your stop loss just right above the swing high. Okay, that's going to be an appropriate place to set your stop loss, right above the swing high. Then as for your take profit, you can use the nearest support zone to determine your exit. Okay, you can use the nearest support zone to determine your exit. At the same time, you're watching out for when the CCI enters the oversold territory. Okay, you are a scalper, so you want to make sure that you do not give back the market significant profit, because you want to capture as many price moves as possible. So you should be fast in exiting, especially when the price has gotten to key levels such as support and resistance levels. That is the reason why it's very important that you add on support and resistance levels. In addition to the signals you get from the CCI, support and resistance levels should confirm your exit. Okay, they should confirm your exit. And then also trend lines can come in very handy. All right, for example, let's say you have a buy signal from the CCI, like what happened here. You can see we had a buy signal here, right? Now you can see that this trend line served as a confirmation because price was bouncing off the trend line. So we would have used that as a confirmation to enter a buy based on the signal given us by the CCI. So you see now that support and resistance zones, trend lines, and you can also use other indicators just for additional confirmation. They come in very handy. They're very useful. Combining all these together, it can help you to get more accurate entries, more accurate exits. Okay, it's very important, right? Okay, now in terms of risk management, I already talked about setting stop losses, and then another thing is in terms of capital preservation. Try as much as possible not to over leverage. Okay, one of the mistakes that some scalpers make is that they do not exactly do calculations properly when they are scalping. So they might end up risking high percentages of their accounts without doing proper calculations. You might end up risking 10% of your account at a goal, and that's not good. So you should be able to do your calculations, know how much you are risking per trade. Perhaps 1 to 2% should be enough per trade. Okay, you don't want to end up blowing your account just within minutes. All right, so make sure that you calculate your risks properly and make sure that you use proper risk to reward ratios. Okay, proper risk to reward ratios even when you are scalping. Right, the beauty of the CCI scalping strategy is its flexibility. You can adjust it to work on 1 minute, 5 minutes, or even 15 minutes charts. Remember that you are a scalper, so you don't exactly have business with hourly time frames. Okay, depending on how aggressively you want your trades to be, you can navigate between 5 minutes, 1 minute, or 15 minutes. Right, the higher you go, the lesser you see a lot of noise. Right, yeah. So if you want a lot of price movements, then you might focus on the 1 minute time frame. If you want more like medium price movements, you can go with the 5 minutes. And then if you want a more conservative approach, if I'm to use that terminology, then you can use the 15 minutes time frame, although you are still scalping. But when you begin to go to the 30 minutes and 1 hour, then I don't think I'm exactly going to call that scalping anymore. Perhaps that's now intraday trading, because if you are on the 1 minute time, if you're on the 1 hour time frame, it means one candlestick is 1 hour. So it might take you literally hours for one trade to close. Even the 30 minutes time frame, it might take you hours before one trade closes. So as a scalper, I just focus on 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes time frame. Okay. Now, before we wrap up, here are some pro tips to keep in mind. First, avoid using the CCI in choppy or sideways markets. Okay, it's more effective in a trending market, because when the CCI gives you a signal, you can be able to rely on it more, knowing that that is a trending market. And then when the market is trending, it's advisable to trade in the direction of the trend. Okay, so for example, now we can see that this is a bullish trend. We can see this is a bullish structure that we have here. You can see that it is higher highs and higher lows that we are being formed. So when you have a signal from the CCI to buy, you can have a level of confidence that because this is a trending market, the price will likely go up. So it adds to the confidence. It actually adds to the confidence. So it's better to trade in the direction of the trend, all right, and try to avoid choppy markets. Okay. Secondly, consider combining the CCI with other indicators. You can decide to use moving averages in addition to your trend lines and your horizontal support and resistance levels. Okay, it's important that you also consider other indicators like moving averages just to confirm your trades. Okay, and add an extra layer of security. That's all. Now, by combining the CCI with say moving average, you can filter out false signals and increase your chances of catching solid trends. Okay, and that's it for this video. Basically, the CCI scalping strategy is quite an easy one. All you just have to watch out for is the CCI from the overbought pointing downwards below below the plus 100, and you have a sell signal. And then from the oversold territory pointing upwards above the minus 100, and you have a buy signal. And then you want to try as much as possible to combine trend lines and horizontal support and resistance levels so that you can get more verified signals. Okay, so another thing is, note that this strategy requires practice and patience, so be sure to try it on a demo account before diving into live trades. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more trading tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy trading.